demote
No,
you to a
because
damn. I'm gonna
that ain't.
demote you from a chief, nigga.
Look,
Stop
truth
interrupting
ain't
me.
got
Hold on.
truth ain't got no price on it.
I have an
Yeah,
error
G.
of my ways. Let me speak out of turn. Let me be in error, okay?
Okay,
Damn, don't
go
correct me.
ahead, bro.
You don't
Go ahead.
teach, remember? Don't correct me.
Go ahead,
So
G.
look, heavy. Phase one. Is it phase one?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, brother. I'm Will. So look, heavy in phase
Good to
one.
meet you, Will.
Truth now has a price. Nigga, you can't get the truth without paying some type of dowry. You got to give me your sweat equity, your time, your talents, or your finances. You got to contribute something if you want the truth. Now, here's what's funny to me. Here's what's weird to me. Let's say my brother Heavy believe he has the truth. And let's say I believe I have the truth. My truth doesn't infringe upon Heavy's truth. But Heavy proceeds to tell me that my truth ain't the real truth. And he's going to enlighten me and challenge me on my truth because he believes his truth is the real truth. Now it's like, bro, I was minding my business. I wasn't bothering you. I didn't tell you your truth was wrong. You came over here telling me my truth was wrong. So then if you're telling me my truth is wrong and I question you on what your truth is and all you have is insults like, oh, you too dumb, you wouldn't understand, you can't comprehend. And I'm like, damn. You trying to make me aware that my truth is wrong just to
No,
not
I'm
help
not
me.
trying to make
Hold
you
on,
aware
hold
that your
on,
truth
hold
wrong.
on, Chief. Hold on, Chief.
I'll let you
Hold
be
on.
done,
I'm
G.
almost done. Chief, I'm almost done. Listen to what I say.
But not you
You,
though. I'm not
Chief,
saying
I
you
know
in
you're not talking
particular.
about me. I know, Truth. I mean, Chief, damn. You got me about to call you Truth. I don't know what the hell going on. Chief, listen. Hold on. Heavy. Phase one. If you're going to have the audacity to come interrupt me and my belief system to tell me it's wrong, only to say I'm too dumb to know the real truth, so you're not gonna share it with me because if in
Yo,
order for you to
can I say
share,
something?
hold on, I'm almost done. Hold on. In order for you to share with me the truth, I gotta already know the truth. Now, if I already know the truth, why in the hell do I need you to share it with me?
Okay, can I say something real quick? It's just real quick.
Yeah.
I want to address this about people making money off of that. So here's the situation. I've been doing classes and teaching since I was a teen. I'm 26 now. I've been giving information, reminding people about stuff since I was a young teenager up to this point. I want to remind people of something. If you make a teaching that's valuable, it is such groundbreaking information, guess what you can place it? You can place it on YouTube. You want to know what they do? They pay you. If you wanted to sign up with TikTok and you got this information that's super valuable, you don't even have to ask people person to person if they can invest in you or any of that. Guess what happens? They will pay you per view. There's something called pay per view. So I just want people to know that so you don't think that you have to ask people to pay you for pieces of information. Another thing, it's the other way around. You're not limited in your ability to give out information just because you're out here teaching and all this other stuff. It's actually you're limited if you feel like you don't have enough, an abundance of information that you can give so much information out and people still be like, give me more. And then they pay you for it. See, that's the thing. You have to learn about sales and business and all this other stuff too, because it works in the spiritual community and all of that, no matter what community you're in. When you provide somebody with value, they're coming. It don't matter. You ain't gonna have to bust them upside their head for it. You ain't gonna have to diss them into it. You ain't got to sneak them into it. When you provide somebody with value, not only will they walk with you, they'll support what you're doing. I don't have this reality where people don't support. I'll teach and teach and teach. I give out more than I ask for. That's the type of community leader that people would even need, for one, because you'll be responsible for more people than just yourself. So I just want to throw that out there, that you don't have to charge people individually for information. If your information is so groundbreaking, all right, guess what happens? You can put it on YouTube and the value will be clear. People will be able to click on it, share it, and you got people like Black Magic 363 and the rest of those people that are making money off the same type of platform, same type of formula. So if yours is beyond theirs, you should be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, shit for sure. Everybody move differently. The way I move is off balance. So I don't charge anybody for anything. Don't nobody gotta pay for the truth. You feel me? but you must have balance. You must have balance with me. That's a requirement. I said high
You
expectations
just
for
said you was
balance.
inbound.
So hold on, real quick, and real quick. I ain't finna be long winded. I said high expectations for balance because I know the value of the wisdom. So when we dealing with balance, life is about giving and receiving. And people will come and learn from you every day and don't even support nothing you got going on. Now, mind you, everybody on the internet rich. You feel me? Everybody on the internet is rich. So nobody is broke according to what the internet says. So why ain't nobody supporting, giving back for receiving? This
They
is an
do.
apple. This is
Wait.
an apple.
Are you
Real quick,
referring to
real quick. This
supporting
is an
being
apple
money? Because
tree.
you
This
said
is an
that it
apple
wasn't
tree,
about
G.
money.
Look, hold on, Will. This is an apple tree. I provide the apples. Just toss me the seeds back. The first law in the universe that you was taught was balance. Soon as you came out the womb, you received your first breath of fresh air. Nature showed you immediately. Now you have to give back to exhale. Receive. If you come in to receive, you must give back. You ain't got to hit my cash app if you ain't got the money, but subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the live, spam the comments, hit that emoji button at the bottom screen. Motherfuckers that sit there and get deep shit. And at the end of the lesson, yo, Chief, that was deep. Man, I appreciate that shit. Man, Joe, win the next lesson. And I'll be like, yo, I hear the appreciation talk, but I want to see your appreciation manifested. To manifest means to put forth action, to demonstrate. So I want you to demonstrate your appreciation rather than just talking. That's just me, though. It's a balanced thing. It's a perspective y'all look at it from, and I don't look at it from that perspective. Because at one point in time, I was teaching motherfuckers and then I still drop gems every day for free. How if y'all want to look at it for free, you feel me? But I'm just saying this, motherfucker be on the DMs doing consultations all day. Got 50 people in your DM with 100 questions apiece, and then it's at the same you start to fall behind in real life and like, yo, hold on, I gotta receive something back now because y'all taking up my time. So I'm only doing consultations with motherfuckers that's willing to give back $100 an hour. And then everybody gonna fall out your DM, but you still gonna have a great amount of people that know, you feel me, what you have is valuable. Your time
Wait,
is very valuable. Ain't
is
nothing
this
wrong with that. I don't see
wait?
nothing wrong with that.
But what if everybody just come to your YouTube and just spam the comments? They don't hit the like, they don't subscribe, and they don't pay you. Is that satisfactory enough? Because that was one of your
Ray, what up,
requirements.
Ray?
That's one of your requirements, right? If they just come to your
Yeah,
YouTube channel and just spam the comments, they don't hit the like button, they don't subscribe, and they don't share it.
that's a form of support. Look, when we dealing with, if I'm
No.
teaching,
I'm not
look,
saying.
real quick, if I'm teaching, G, my YouTube link in my bio. All motherfucker gotta do is click that link, but that take time, 10, 15 seconds. Some motherfuckers send a cash up like, yo, I ain't finna be doing all that clicking hit, Chief, whatnot, man. That shit was dope. Win the next lesson. So it's like support is support. Support is support.
Wait,
Motherfuckers
no,
want to
no.
receive but don't want to give
I'm
back to you.
okay.
So
My
look, the
question is this
people that
though, bro.
last point, the people that have a problem with giving back for receiving anything, I'm not here to teach. And this is why my supporters, they support me, you feel me? And they get the deep gems. It ain't, you feel me? It ain't the masses. I'm not here to teach the masses, G. I'm here to teach people that have balance. Real
So are
talk.
you teaching? So two things. One, are you teaching them something that they don't already know?
I mean, it depends on the individual. It depends on the individual.
I mean,
Well,
can you teach somebody something they already know?
I mean, I got one of my students in the comments right now. You feel me? I've taught him things that I've reminded him about things that he forgotten, and I've taught him things that he had no idea of.
Okay, and
So
all he would
it's
have to
like
do.
I'm not finna say
Hold
like
on.
a
Here's my
yes or
second
no
question.
answer
Cool.
because it depends.
My second question is this: if you had 1,000,000 people who are just hitting the chat room, spamming the chat, they're not hitting the like button, they're not subscribing, they're not sharing the live.
I mean that shit that everything comments. I mean all the comments. You feel me? Support is support. What you want me to say? I
No.
said
I'm about
support
to
is
ask you.
support.
I
If
know. I'm
they in
trying
the
to.
chat spamming the
I'm
chat with
trying,
negative
bro.
things, of
Let me
course that ain't
finish.
support.
Let me finish
Look,
my
of course,
question.
look,
Let me
if they
finish,
spam in the
Chief.
chat with
Chief.
negative
Chief.
things, with negative
Let me
comments,
finish
that's
the
not support.
question, Chief. Let me finish the question. What I'm saying is, if they just spam the chat room, that's enough for you to continue teaching, is what you're saying.
Support is support. I don't
All
even
right,
want to narrow it down.
I
I
guess
don't
I
even want to
can't get
narrow it
none of
down
my
to just
questions
spam
as
support.
heavy. It don't matter what question I ask, bro.
Well,
Yeah, I
They
want to
never
make
get
sure. Look,
answered.
somebody said something in the comments, and they were like, I pay some with my attention. When I'm not paying attention, there's no value to what's being said. I want to highlight that because, again, like I was explaining, you in this day and time, if you're coming with something that's about to break the internet and it's new and you can't just Google it, right? People gonna tune in regardless. So all you have to do at that point is be consistent. If people are showing up though, it don't matter if they just here on this live, regardless of what people may say. All 134 people that are in here right now are paying us. They're paying us attention. Before they even said that there was an internet, before they ever said to people there was pay-per-view, before they ever said you can get money from YouTube views, our elders used to talk about paying attention. Attention itself is currency. I just did a class speaking about that. And when you withdraw your attention from people who don't want to allow for you to get your questions answered without gatekeeping, just answer the questions. There's nothing too deep. There's nothing too deep. To tell somebody that you haven't even merited what the information you have is too deep is to underestimate them. You haven't even vetted that person. What if this person just studied
But I know his knowledge
neuroscience for
though.
10, 15 years
I
and he's
know his
asking you a
knowledge.
question about the brain? You're telling this person it's too deep for them, but they're
Yeah.
too deep for you. That's what I'm saying. More wisdom is needed in your community of people who want to step up and be teachers. And we probably do need to bring back real debating. We might have to bring back real debating for y'all to see what I mean. The real
We
debating says,
definitely do. We
go
definitely
ahead.
do. I mean, but you know, once a motherfucker lose in a debate, they can't get the blocking motherfuckers either though. Last time we debated,
Listen,
you
here's what you
blocked
don't
me.
understand. You
You
don't get what
blocked
a
me
real
last
debate
time we
is.
debated.
You don't get what a real debate is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A real debate don't have nothing to do
Bro.
with the two people. It has everything to do with the thought processes of the people who are watching and observing. It ain't about just the two people. So if
So
somebody blocked who they
exactly. You right.
debated, that doesn't
That
mean
make
the
my
person
point though.
won or lost. It's about the thought processes of the observers and the
You
moderators
making my
and the
point, bro.
judges
You making my
is the
point.
point. Whole
That's that,
factories and buildings, markets, and all kind of things have been affected.
the main thing
Businesses have
is
been
we need to
affected
bring
by
the base
debates.
back. We
You
need to
said
bring the
what?
base back, man. That's a
Listen,
fact.
that's
That's
okay.
a
If we bring
that's an
debates back, you
artifact.
want to know what you're going to need? You're going to need decorum. You're going to need facts and actuality, truth.
I know what a debate
You're not
consists
going to be
of.
able to respond with go within or feel this way or it's too deep. That's a notch off your belt.
Hey, I know how to debate. I debated. Gee, who the last nigga you debated?
I haven't debated any of y'all.
Right. So like that's what I'm saying. You not that you feel me,
That's what
but
you're
you
saying.
saying
You're
that you
saying that I
talking to me
haven't
like I
debated
don't
it
know
because
what a
that's what I'm saying.
debate
Then we're saying the
is.
same thing.
That's
Then
what I'm
there's
saying.
so
I'll be in
at
a
this
ring
point,
with.
if this were listen,
But
if
look
this were a
though,
debate,
we can kick it off.
if this were a
Whoever want to
debate
kick
right
off the
now,
debate, we
okay,
can
if
set
this were a
the
debate,
bar high. Whoever
okay,
want
if
to get
this
in the ring.
check this out. If this were a debate, the audience is confused because we don't even have a negative or affirmative. We just got a statement that both people agree on. So what are we here for? You see what I'm saying? You
So
have to know what your
exactly.
premise is. All that needs to be established.
So
How many? Well, let me ask
it
you this
is a
question. Then you go
premise.
ahead.
I already have a
Let me
premise.
just ask you this
I
question.
already have a premise.
Let me just ask you this
So
question, and
but
then you
look
can
though,
go
phase
ahead.
one, I already have a premise. This chess. I'm 3
Okay,
steps
I
ahead.
understand that. So then check this out. You ain't gonna be able to use that either. This is chess.
Okay.
And you don't
Okay.
want to use those
So
types of statements because of your
you
time.
thinking we don't you thinking I'm stepping out there like if you want to debate, let's debate. And I don't have a foundation what I'm gonna attack on you. You feel me? I already know what you teach.
What type
So
of? Let me ask you this question.
you
So let
don't
me
know
ask
what
you.
I
You don't.
teach though. So we can me
Let
and
me
you
ask you
can
this
debate
question. Let
if
me
you
ask you
want to
this
set
question.
it up because we do need to get these debates
You
back in the
don't know.
ring.
Y'all don't know what it. Okay, let this be a clear example. Do you know what debates are for?
The basis for it's for many purposes.
Take your time.
You have a debate
You just word salad it, by the way.
discover the truth. You have a debate for reasoning. You feel me? You have a debate to see who is most accurate. You feel me about the topic. So
Boom. That's the
if we
only one.
debating,
Them
so
other
look
two,
though,
them
if
other
we
two was you
debating,
finding it. The only
So
one
look.
that's
If
the
we
only
debating Anunnaki, if we debating some shit
we're
like
not
the
debating
Anunnaki, and
Anunnaki.
you don't know Sumerian text, you
You
feel
wouldn't
me?
debate Anunnaki.
That was an example. That's what I'm saying. That was an example. A debate is to see who has the most accurate, you feel me, information.
Okay,
So
yeah. So on whatever the
if you can
topic
prove
is,
what you're
right?
saying through the facts you bring, through your
Okay,
references and
exactly.
resources,
So
then you the most
then
credible.
cool. So then cool.
Then
So
you the
then
most credible.
so exactly. And then it's for the audience to be able to determine and go and research and find out who said the most facts. It's for the moderators and the judges to look at the same thing, who had the better attacks, who had the stronger arguments, all of that. It ain't gonna be about no, I done talk for
But
15 seconds and you jump in.
this ain't. But
See,
look
and
though.
you can't
So
do that
look
in
though.
debate.
So
And you
I
also
mean, you
can't
would
not
take
have a
that
point
approach.
because
You
then
feel
your
me?
time is
But you
running
are.
out. You'll
But
be
look though.
timed.
Hold on. So debates, real quick. Debates is subjective. There's no objective winner. So debates are very biased too,
That's
depending on
why
what platform.
I
Hold on, real quick.
stopped
Depending on what
debating
platform you
when I
go
was
to.
like
Hold
14.
on.
We stopped
Depending
doing
on
the
what
debates.
platform you own,
But
it
we
will
gotta
be
bring
very
y'all back through
biased.
the
It will
elementary
be very
shit.
biased. A debate is like a battle rap. I used to battle rap. I got 6 battles on YouTube. Been in different battle leagues. Meaning you can cook a nigga in a ring and they'll still say you lost because he got the crowd. He got more of his supporters. You can debate somebody and smoke their boots. But if you're on the wrong platform, they gonna say you lost.
Exactly.
And you know that.
Yeah.
So when we dealing with the people, it's really subjective. A debate is subjective. There's
Yeah.
no clear-cut winner in a debate. It's just for people
Yeah.
to make their own personal views.
Exactly. That's why I stopped doing debates when I was in high school. I was on a debating team. I know what debating actually is. One of my favorite movies growing up, The Great Debate. The Great Debaters, however you said shit, with
So,
Denzel.
but when the last time you debated anybody?
In high school.
Right. So I'm on Bigo. I just debated. I just cooked that nigga King Knowledge. He teach the black woman is God. You feel me? But all the black women on his panel disrespecting my goddesses, which is divine feminine women. So if you teaching these women a black woman is God, I can't even disrespect you. I need to call you in the ring.
Let me ask you a
Crush that
question.
shit. So three round, 3-minute debates. You feel me? I'm talking about with
We don't gotta
decorum.
wait all that long. Right now, let me ask you a question. I got a premise. My premise is no such thing as a divine feminine. All right.
Okay,
That's
that's
my
your
argument.
perspective.
There's no such thing as a there's no such thing as a divine feminine. People, whoever's making the claim that there is, will not be able to thoroughly explain what it is based off of scientific or empirical data. That's my
I
argument
definitely
right now.
can explain. I definitely can explain, but
Based
you
off
feel me?
of, you didn't
You
hear the
said, but
second
look
part. You
though,
didn't hear the second
before I
part.
explain,
Excuse me. You didn't hear the second part. You didn't hear the second part.
Oh, go
Based
ahead, go
off
ahead.
of scientific evidence or empirical data. Go ahead, run it.
Okay, so when we're dealing with, first and foremost, bro, I'm not here to change your perspective either. You feel me?
We gotta
Because I
stop. We
don't want
gotta
to change
stop. We
your
have to
mind.
stop.
You
Hold on,
said
hold on.
there's no
Hold on,
such
hold on, hold on,
thing,
hold on,
so
hold
it's
on.
not a
Hold on. We
debate.
gotta stop.
But
We
I'm
gotta
gonna share.
stop. We gotta stop. We need a moderator. We need a
I'm
moderator. We
gonna
need a
share my
moderator.
wisdom.
We need
So
a
look.
moderator. We have to stop because you started with, I'm not trying to change your perspective. Why
So
are you
look.
talking to
Hold
me?
on. Hold on.
Why are you
I ain't trying to
talking to
change your
me?
perspective.
You don't know
Look,
how to
you
debate.
said.
You
Hold on.
don't
Let
know
me
how
answer
to
the
debate.
question. Let me
You don't
answer
know
the
how to
question,
debate.
bro. It's
Chief,
easy.
Chief, you gotta
It's
let
easy.
people speak though, bro. You gotta let people speak though, Chief. You can't.
He asked me a
Check this
question
out. Check
though,
this
and
out.
when I
Check
You
this
gotta
out.
answered
let
it,
Do
he
people
cut me
speak.
off.
what we
You,
need. Do what we need.
I'm,
We need
So why
moderation.
ain't you
So
why ain't you
if we
answering none of
gonna
my
have this
damn
No,
conversation,
questions?
we
no.
G.
just
I
need
just
moderation.
think
That's it.
no.
Look,
That's what we're
Listen,
not.
listen,
No,
listen.
no, no.
look.
Listen.
Because what happens is when people
He
keep
asked me
cutting
what is a
people off,
divine
it
feminine.
just
That's an
shows that
easy
I didn't
question.
say
they
what
don't
is
want
divine
people to
feminine.
really give out the knowledge. So
I didn't say what's divine feminine. I'm negative. You're affirmative on the premise of the existence of divine feminine supported by scientific data and empirical data, or scientific
Right.
evidence and empirical
So
data. However, before you go, we need a time limit. We need a
it
time
ain't.
limit.
It's
So
it's quick. It ain't. I ain't. This
that
shit.
don't matter. That's fine. You punch your clock. You don't know how to do this.
So look though.
If you
You
if
can
you
set
finish
the
before your
standards however
time,
you want it,
you
Joe.
say
This shit a
time.
walking apart, man. Can we get to the
Listen.
knowledge?
If you
You
finish
asked
before your
me. You first and foremost. You
then
said
why
the
I don't
divine
do it? Y'all
feminine
don't
is
have
not true.
decorum. You don't have patience. You don't have
Hold on.
composure.
Look, bro. Can they saying let's get to the wisdom?
Chief,
They
Get to
saying
Chief,
to
you
get
what
to
can't.
the
wisdom?
Chief,
knowledge.
Chief,
What the fuck?
Chief.
You're
No,
dealing with.
no,
You
Chief. If
listen.
you cut him off one more time, bro, I'm gonna have to drop you, bro. You my bro,
Check this
but you
out. Check.
keep
We gotta
you
have
All
a
right,
keep
come
doing
on,
premise.
it.
man.
You're
Come
not
on,
because you're
Joe.
not being fair. You're not being
Hey,
fair.
heavy.
You're doing. You're doing all
This
the
all I'm
talking. You're not
He
even
asked me a
allowing him.
question,
You're
bro.
no,
not
this is
allowing
all
him to
I'm
speak.
saying.
Even
Listen,
now, like
Go
I'm
listen.
trying
ahead.
to
Go
speak.
ahead.
You're
Go
Everybody
ahead.
speaking.
take a bro. Can everybody take a deep breath?
That's
First
what
of
I'm
all,
saying.
this
And
is
I'm
my
not even
point.
talking that much.
This is my point, right? Y'all don't debate. Y'all just be talking at each other. I haven't seen a debate since the early 2010s. That's not what this shit is out here.
Right.
We need time limit. We already got the premise. You can argue with it. You're arguing the affirmative, right? You can take your time. Let's say we give you 2 minutes. Okay, you get 2 minutes to argue the affirmative. You can say it don't take that long. Guess what a debater would know? That doesn't matter. When you're done, say time. If you finish before your time. Simple. Go ahead, Heavy. Wait, hold on. Heavy, can you keep time?
Okay, so this is
3
happening right
minutes is
now.
Yeah, it's happening right now. He'll start. He got 2 minutes. I'll go after him.
So first, I know
We can't hear you, Heavy.
or we going straight to the point.
He got 2 minutes.
Are we
He got 2 minutes to argue the affirmative.
okay? Well, let's get it.
so there's no such thing as a divine feminine. You say, okay, well, nobody say, can't nobody prove that with scientific or empirical evidence. Now, when we're dealing with the divine feminine, I'm not here to prove anything. I'm here to share my perspective. I'm going to say it like that. Now, when I speak the divine feminine, let's look at what the divine feminine is through empirical evidence. So when we're dealing with this word, let's break the word down. What is feminine? To have the characteristics and traits of a female. That's what feminine is. Now, what does the word divine mean? Divine means of God. So any goddess, you feel me, a woman that has divine knowledge of self, that's a higher state of self-awareness, is a divine feminine by the definition of those two words combined together. Time. It's just simple.
All right. That was his time. Heavy, you got me?
Yeah, that was his time.
Firstly, I want to begin with addressing the audience and the judges. Thank you for your time. I want to start off by saying my opponent came in here saying that he wasn't there or here to prove anything. First of all, that's faulty. When you start off the debate, you need to know that you're here to prove something. And then people will make decisions on how well you proved it. You don't know what you're doing. He also said he was here to share his perspective. I didn't know that that's why people debate, to share their perspective. I thought the point of debating was to figure out what type of evidence would be provided so that both parties, the affirmative and the negative, would know which direction to go to figure out common ground. He did partially explain feminine and what the word means. He defined the word. He did not go into not only how it's used colloquially, he did not speak about the connotation or denotation. He did not do his own diligence when it came to the explanation of the feminine word. So let's jump that for now and stream over to the word divine. When he attempted to describe or define what divine is, he laid on another word that's based on theology and belief systems and religion, which was God. And then he substituted the word divine with the word God and said that anybody who was a divine feminine would be a woman with God knowledge of self. Excuse me. He said divine knowledge of self. However, he substituted it. So what he's really saying to us, he's saying is God knowledge of self. These statements have no bearing, no actual evidence at all. God knowledge of self is an oxymoron because you can't even compass God according to what they saying God is. Human beings can't fathom it. So how can you have God knowledge, and then how could you have God knowledge of self when the knowledge of self will be speaking about biology, neuroscience, how many cells you have in your body, your ability to breathe in and out, all of your functionalities, your parts of the brain, everything that makes you yourself. So my opponent doesn't seem to understand what he's saying when he's speaking about these things. He just gave us a bunch of words to
And
reiterate.
time, phase time, and time.
All right, what we doing? 3 rounds?
All right. So, yeah, you can
What we
give
doing? 3 rounds?
a rebuttal to phase to his statements, or you can even expound on some of the
Yeah, let's
points
do.
that
Let's do.
that he made.
He said this is a debate. I told him I'm here to share my perspective. I'm not here to prove. But let's do three
Wait a
rounds.
damn minute. I'm
Look,
sorry, I
look.
gotta
We
interject.
we we doing 3 rounds. Cool.
Hold on. Before y'all finish with y'all 3 rounds,
Hold
I'm
on.
confused.
Hold
Wait,
on.
bro.
Hold on.
I'm
I
about to let
got him in.
y'all.
Hold on. I got him in a bag. Don't fuck this up,
No,
Will.
you
Hold
don't got
on.
him in no bag.
Real
What you
quick,
talking
man.
about?
Hold on,
Niggas be
Will, let
needing
it happen.
help on my
Will, let it
soul,
happen, Will.
bro. So we doing 3 rounds?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
cool.
sir. This is round
Okay,
two.
for sure. So when we dealing with it's very foolish for a man to jump the gun. He's listening to respond, and everybody can clearly see that, Joe. You feel me? He interpreting in his own words and things that I'm explaining verbally. You feel me? Meaning I told y'all what is feminine. Feminine is the characteristics and traits of a woman. The word divine means of God. So a goddess is a feminine woman with divine knowledge of self. What we teach God is this is a mental vibration a person must ascend to, a thought frequency you must raise up to. It's not a physical thing. This is it's a thought it's a plane of thought a person must be on. But what divine knowledge of self is like in a nutshell is a higher state of self-awareness. So if you're a feminine woman with a higher state of self-awareness, this means you are a goddess. You feel me? Now, when we dealing with he brought up cells. You can't be a goddess because you don't know everything about your cells and your body and this, that, and the other. You have to understand your body is a figment of your imagination. And once you become a goddess, you'll realize you have many bodies. These bodies don't exist without you. Nobody exists without the divine feminine or the divine masculine. But this ain't about the divine feminine. We talking about what God is.
And time. 2 minutes. All right. Phase, you're up.
Wait.
Without expressing,
Before phase go, I'm just
pause my time.
was that the trick
Okay.
bag that you had him in?
Let's hold commentary to the end.
Well, no. The only reason why I'm interjecting is
No, let's hold
because
commentary to the end.
I got you. I got you. Go ahead.
Okay, start my time over, please.
Okay, go.
My opponent began with making a statement of, oh, it's foolish to jump the gun, or he's listening to respond. But then he doesn't understand that was a waste of time, and he didn't have time to waste. He immediately jumped into a repetition of the definition of feminine. We didn't ask for that, but he felt as though we needed it. And it seemed as though he was setting up something that was going to be informative for us, the listeners, including myself. However, that's not what happened. He went on to explain that it's the thought frequency that you must raise up to, or it's the thought plane or the plane of thought, or it's a higher state, or it's the goddess. First of all, he never explained what a goddess is. He attempted to explain divine, and he switched it over for God, but he never explained goddess itself. So the listener is left without an understanding of what it even means to be a goddess. What does the word mean? He didn't define it. Also, he started to jump into the knowledge of self thing again. We already spoke about it. He attempted to disqualify knowledge of your cells, your body parts, your brain, and the functionalities. You want to know why that was an error? If he would have chosen not to do that, maybe he would have taken into consideration that the same realm of imagination that he says our bodies exist within happens because of the brain. We are not able to have a thought, have imaginations, have ideas without our brains. Yes or no to the audience rhetorically. Is our brain not a part of our body? It's clear that these people come with word salads and truly do not understand not only not even the rudimentary or
And time,
elementary elements
phase.
of what they're speaking of.
Out. Okay. And time.
Okay, okay, round 3.
Okay.
So let me correct you again. It's not knowledge of self. It's ain't God knowledge of self. It's divine knowledge of self. And a goddess, again, once again, a goddess is a feminine woman with divine knowledge of self. You can't become a god or a goddess without this higher state of self-awareness. All the gods and goddesses that walk the planet, we have a higher state of self-awareness. This is divine knowledge of self. But as it pertains to of the breakdown of what a woman is, you feel me? And hold on real quick before I even go there, because I ain't got that much time. It's obvious that he don't know the difference between the mind and the brain. He think, you feel me? He think that he mentioned the brain, but he said nothing about the mind. He don't know how the mind is a representation. The brain is a representation of the mind. The brain is physical, the mind is metaphysical. He don't know that's where the source of consciousness come from. The mind, which is your soul. Your soul and your mind is one and the same. So, but he ain't even go down that path. But before this time limit up, this nigga say, you feel me? Your brain is the reason everything is happening for you. But do you know that your mind is the reason for your brain and the rest of your body? So once you are the consciousness, the eternal awareness inside of the body, you exist in many bodies. This is what eternity means. The soul is everlasting, to exist before time and beyond time, meaning there was no time that awareness didn't exist. That's what you is inside of that body. Once you realize you're the only God that can save the soul of self, because again, God was a concept that was made by man to explain the unexplainable. So if man made this God concept, this comes from a thought of a man or a woman. So you can make your own God concept, because this all we dealing with. God is abstract. Abstract don't have a concrete existence. It's just a thought or idea. So we need to get to the core of what the fuck God is before we can even get into biblically, because
Time.
I know what a
Time.
goddess is biblically. A goddess is a deity worshipped in
Time.
polytheistic religions. That's
Ding,
what a
ding, ding.
goddess is. But I'm telling you, a
Ding, ding,
goddess
ding,
is
ding,
divine.
ding.
Okay,
Ding,
my
ding,
bad. Okay,
ding.
for sure, for
Ding,
sure.
ding. All right. All right. Phase your last round. All right. Let's go.
I just want to bring everybody's attention to the fact that my opponent began his opening statements with a contradiction. He explained that divine and God knowledge were two different things. However, earlier in the rounds, he said that God and divine were one and the same, interchangeable, interconvertible, if you would. Then said, it's not God knowledge of self. So explain to me, if it's not God knowledge of self and God is divine, then how are you teaching people about divine knowledge of self? It seems as though you're convoluted in that regard because you're not able to truly distinguish between the two. And then went on a tangent about the mind, however, never substantiated the mind. He only went on to make my point further about the brain. He said the brain is physical. The brain has this. The brain is that. Never explained what the mind truly is, other than saying the word consciousness. You want to know why we know what consciousness is? We have a brain. Your brain reason for you being able to see reality. Another statement that he made was that God is man-made. If God is interchangeable with divine, then guess what else is man-made? Divine. He also said God is abstract. If God is interchangeable with divine, guess what else is abstract? Divine. So you're right. We do, that's the point of this, by the way, need to get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly is divine. Take the divine off, you can say feminine. That makes sense. When you add the divine on it, you're just trying to substitute the word God because you don't want to sound like a Christian preacher. Why? Because it benefits your business to not sound like a Christian preacher. Because if you just sound like a Christian preachers have 501c3s and business is already set up. Why do they need to come to you on the internet? They want to feel as though they're gaining a different or a higher degree. You are not capable of providing that for them, though. Time.
Ding, 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 ding. You're doing it.
Hey,
All
I
right.
wish we had more time, but hey, it's deep, and it's like I say, God is abstract. So it's just my perspective. He think it's a debate. He ain't ready for a debate, obviously, though. You know, but it's all good. It's all
Now I
good.
will want you. Are those your closing? Are those your closing words? Why not?
Now those, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was 3 rounds. What, we get one more round?
Let's just give your closing words.
Let's
It
do
sounded
five
like those.
rounds. Let's do five.
Okay.
Shit,
That's that phase. Are
because
you
this
up for
it's so
5
many errors.
rounds?
It's so many errors in his
That's
teaching.
not
Not
how
even
this
just
goes.
his
Let me speak
teachings,
real quick.
Yeah, I was
That's
about
not
to
how this
say.
it's
goes.
so
Y'all
many
already
So
errors in
I,
set
his
I
the.
want to make
Y'all
sure we
perspective.
already
clear. I
set.
want to make
Let
sure.
me just be clear. Y'all already
That's not
set
how
the
this goes.
phase and agreed upon the 3 rounds. So I
Yeah,
was just gonna
exactly.
give you
So
your closing. I was just gonna
I
give you
want to
your
say so.
closing
I would like to say
statements
something. I would like to say
to
something
say,
real
and then
quick.
I was gonna close this thing out.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I would like to say something real quick, just for everybody that's listening. This is who I did it for y'all. First of all, let me make a small joke. The one who speak the most afterward, they got their ass whooped. Two,
Cool. That's
we
subjective.
don't run
That
it
ain't
back
true.
or do
That's
we
what you
don't add
believe.
on more rounds. That's it. Now let the
That's
people
cool.
decide what they
That's
saw.
cool.
Simple.
That's cool. That's cool. But look though, you feel me? That's a belief you have though, G. And you know, just because you believe that don't mean it's true. You have to know what's true. You know, it's deep.
okay. Okay, is that your final words?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Phase, did you say, were those your
Okay,
final
yeah.
words?
Well, I guess I'll take this as my official because I did, but I will take this as my
Oh,
official
okay.
closing statement.
Cool.
My official closing statement is y'all saw what y'all saw. You see why they don't want to play that game, because everything that you think is affirmative, I don't even have to hit you with the question. I just have to deal with the words that you're saying. I know your premise is already faulty. You need to watch out when a motherfucker call you out for a debate like me, because we already know your premise is faulty. Chances
Hey,
are we're loaded with information ready for a nigga to make statements like that. Divine feminine. It was fun to use. However, when
yeah,
you're growing and you're evolving, you don't have to keep
I
using
know
the
your.
same old language that has, again, no scientific evidence, no empirical data, and no means for application.
I mean, just because you believe that though, don't mean
We're
it's
done.
true though.
Let's hold on. We go. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure that the
that's the,
audience
yeah, I was gonna
understands
say,
that
yeah, that was
Man,
the
we
this
could
debate
closing
has been
argument.
concluded.
Wait,
build,
This
but
that,
debate,
like
this
no, no,
the
no,
debate.
no, no, no,
Excuse
definition
me.
of
no, no,
these
no, no,
words
no.
ain't
It's
Excuse
equal
me.
with
over.
the definition
It's
ain't
I
equal
just
over.
with
want
the
to
It's
make
over.
sure that we're
substance.
clear
I don't know
that the
what it
It's
debate
is.
over.
has concluded. The debate is concluded.
Yeah, the debate is concluded. Debate is concluded, guys. Y'all can deduce whatever you guys want from what you've heard,
Man, this
witnessed,
shit is deep,
experienced.
man. It's deep.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
deep,
That's on
man.
you guys. But for me, I do. I just find it. I've never been one to do certain things. My thing is this: if there's something that you have that can liberate a person, you have it at your disposal, right? And you could just easily give it to them. Why not? Even if they didn't appreciate it, even if they didn't understand the magnitude of the gift. You know, if I have it in my power, why not?
Get back. That's what I'm saying, G.
I mean, his name
It's
is
our duty. I'll say it like this from my perspective. It's our duty to give back to the people. When we rise up to
Cool.
the listen, what do the sheriff look like calling my phone asking me to give back?
I'm not here for the
You
people.
understand? And I'm not, again, I said it's from my perspective. Remember, I use that.
Okay, for sure.
This
For
is from
sure.
my perspective. My
For sure.
perspective is
For
leaders
sure.
rise to position so that they can give to the people. And if the people say this leader needs to stay in, they'll vote us in. They'll elect us in, or they'll say we'll pay taxes on this for this particular situation, or we'll pay this so this person can get this ranking or position. You don't have to. You don't have to finagle the people into quote unquote giving back. As a matter of fact, here's what I could suggest for everybody who's striving to be a leader: have the abundant mentality. If not, you'll run dry, and then you'll get you a few clients who's gonna stick around you close, and you'll think you're changing the world. In all actuality, you're running a small business. You see, know the
I see.
difference.
So I will say this though. You know, that's it's deep, you know, with the leadership and shit. You know, but I'm chief, why not? I'm not no leader. I don't resonate with that title. You know, in fact, you feel me? A leader needs people to follow them. So if you ain't got no followers, you can't be a leader. And me personally, you know, following people, following minded people irritate me. All the goddesses and gods that's in my tribe, you feel me? We walking together side by side. My wives
Who
ain't
that sound like?
following me. Hold on. My wives ain't following me. I'm not a leader because I don't like being around following mentality people. No, we walking together side by side on this journey. So, you know, it's deep. That's from my perspective. You feel me? Everybody want to be a leader. Everybody want to be a king. But what's a king to a god though? What's a king to a god? A
It'll
All right,
help
king,
if
a
Chief.
y'all
Can
king is
Chief?
whenever
inferior
Can
to
y'all
we
what a god
Chief?
is. A
Chief?
king
whenever
is
y'all
Can
ever
we
inferior to
be
what a god is.
Chief? Can we be real for a second? You might not want to be a leader, and I accept that, bro. I don't
teachers
know
are
what to put.
leaders.
Yeah, I thank
No,
you.
I'm
Took the
not.
words right out my
I'm not
mouth.
a
But
leader.
but
Teachers
but
have to
listen,
lead the way. They
bro.
have to
As
lead
a
the
I'm not.
lesson. They have to
teacher,
lead the class. Like, what
I
are you
already
saying?
know where
hey,
you're
Conduct
going,
yourself.
hey,
Will.
hey,
Will, I
Phase,
already know where you're going,
do
Will.
me a favor, man. Get out my head for a second, brother. Get out my head just for 3 seconds, brother. Chief, be real, bro. If you're teaching, that means you have students. Students are synonymous with followers. Bro, if you
So
cannot call yourself a teacher and say
no,
you're not a leader.
no, no. So
Teaching is a
this can I
leadership
respond?
role.
Okay.
So I'm gonna respond to that, Will. So hopefully this may it's clear why I don't resonate with leader being a leader. These are titles. You feel me? You feel me? And it's a vibration that's attached to these words because of course y'all know words are spells. So you feel me? I don't like people always try to, you feel me, put me in that category as a leader, but I identify with the title a guider.
No, bro,
Hold on,
bro.
real quick,
You
real
put
quick, Will.
yourself.
I'm gonna
Nah,
be
bro.
real
Listen,
quick,
listen.
real
I've been
quick. Hold on,
quiet and
Will,
you've been cutting
Will,
me off. No,
Will.
Chief.
I'm gonna be real
You
quick,
call
bro.
yourself a
I'm a
teacher.
guider,
We
G.
not putting you a
Look,
guider,
bro.
a teacher,
Let
a
me tell you.
leader,
Look, hold
all the
on,
same
real quick.
thing.
You ain't gonna understand it. Let me say this. I'm a guider. A guider is a person that provides advice. A guider is an advisor. You don't have to follow my advice. Take heed though. To take heed means to pay attention. So I'm a spiritual guider, not a spiritual leader. You feel me? I'm not a leader. Nobody's following me. Don't follow me. If you trying to follow me, get lost.
Should they
Many
listen to
motherfuckers try
you?
to come follow up.
Wait.
No,
Should
get
they
lost. I need
should they
motherfuckers that's
listen?
walking side by side.
Chief,
It's
hold
a
on. Chief,
it's a
bro.
perspective thing, bro.
Chief, I get it,
I
bro, but you
understand your
can't dominate
perspective.
the mic. Listen, I just got a question for you. Should they listen to you?
They should take heed.
Okay, what does that mean?
To take
What's
heed
that
means
mean?
to pay attention.
It
Okay,
rhymes with lead.
should they
No.
listen?
Look,
No,
listen.
what,
To
hey,
take heed. I'm
Chief,
finna tell you. Hold on,
brother.
Will.
No,
To
I don't
take
need you
heed
to.
means to pay attention.
Chief, can they pay attention without listening?
I mean, of course, if they had the
What?
ability to see and they focus their attention on what they can see, they don't need their ears.
Chief, are you telling me they
No,
can?
it's not the same. It's heed and lead is two different things. You just made that up. You feel me? That's not the
Who are you
same.
talking to?
I'm talking to Phase One. He say heed and lead is the same shit. No,
Why are you in the
it's not.
comments then? He didn't say nothing.
Look
That's a
though.
joke. You could relax. You just got your ass whooped.
So no.
Yeah,
All you did was crack jokes, man. You feel me? All you did, you ain't provide no knowledge, G. But we passed that
Hey,
though.
only you have that
Hey,
recollection.
we
That's
passed
because you
that.
got that
We
knot in your
passed
head.
that.
You gotta put
Talking
that
about
ice
this
pack on your
leader
head
shit.
first before you start saying stuff like that.
Look, we
You got
talking about this
short-term
leader
memory
shit,
loss. You got your
man.
ass knocked off.
Hey, I'm past that. We talking about this leadership. I'm not a leader, and I understand y'all perspective because
Why
I used
can't
to
you
call
just
myself a
answer my?
leader.
Why
But
can't you
no,
just answer my
I'm very
question,
different
bro?
from most motherfuckers. I'm not no leader.
Heavy, I
Everybody
blame
walking with
you.
me.
You know what, Chief? Hold on. So hold this press for a second. Heavy, I blame you. Nigga, I'm reporting your IG page when we get off this live. Because every
It
time
is
I'm
heavy
around,
fault.
you, well, I can't really blame you. Hell, it's like this everywhere I go. Niggas don't want to answer none of my questions. Only person I know want to answer my questions is Phase One, but I ain't
I was ready. I
got no
came. I said,
questions for him.
why nobody want to
Right.
ask me shit?
Listen,
Hey,
but
Phase
I
One could
think you,
tell you. He'll tell
God,
you.
Chief, hold on, bro. Damn. I listen to y'all niggas whole makeshift ass debate. I can't get 3 words in.
God damn.
So listen, Phase, notice I don't just have these arbitrary random questions for people. I'm gonna ask them questions based on what they said. I mean, we have a very similar approach. You very articulate and precise in how you break stuff down and how you challenge and rip apart people's statements. I do it too. It's a little bit more choppy than that. It's a little bit more choppy, but my questions come about based on what people say. These niggas say the most outlandish things. And then you ask them simple questions to try to get some clarity. And they just flat out refuse to answer the questions. And then they'll say shit like, I see what you're trying to do. I know where you're going. It shouldn't matter what you see, what I'm trying to do. It shouldn't matter where I'm going. Whatever rhetoric you have should stand the test of scrutiny. If your rhetoric can't be scrutinized, then nigga, shut
It
up.
can't. I don't got a problem. I don't got a problem with that. You see, we do this shit every day, man. I don't got a problem. I'm not complaining, G.
Chief, ever
I'm not
since I
complaining.
met you,
I want all the smoke.
Chief,
Because I got smoke with what these niggas be teaching too. These niggas be teaching pseudoscience. You feel me, G? I got smoke with all that. So I want the smoke.
Like what? Hold on, Will. Hold on, Will. Like what? Pseudoscience, like what?
Do you want to debate again?
Boy,
go for a 3
get
minute
your ass
again.
up out the ground. Get off the ground. Pseudoscience, like what?
Oh, pseudoscience like Anunnaki. You feel me?
Who teaches that?
Draconian reptilians.
Who teaches
Leviathan. You know, pseudoscience.
Who teaches it?
You feel me?
Who teaches it?
Who gives a damn about that?
A lot of these niggas.
Okay, then you ain't talking about me then. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
A lot of these niggas.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'm talking about
niggas be these niggas is real quick. Niggas
I'm
be
talking
eating
about
niggas
whoever
in
teach
real
it. Now,
quick.
do you teach
Chief,
They
that
be
the
from
Anunnaki
eating
is
niggas shit
real?
real quick, don't it? Go
Hold
ahead.
on,
What you
real
saying?
quick. If you
Go ahead.
teach the Anunnaki is real, then I'm talking about you. Do you teach that the Anunnaki is real and planet
No,
Nibiru, planet X? You
no,
feel me? Do
no,
you teach that those beings are real?
no. I don't know who they are. That's what I teach. That I heard about them.
Okay, okay, okay.
So hit me with
I
something.
can't.
Hit me with
Hey,
something though.
I asked you is do
Unless
you
niggas want
teach
to be
them?
friends
Do you
now.
teach if they real? You say you don't know. I gotta respect that. But let you
Yeah,
would
for
have
sure. You
said,
got
yeah,
to.
these are real beings, our ancestors, intergalactic ancestors.
That
I
ain't me, nigga.
slice
but
that
he
shit
but he
up
didn't, Chief.
easy.
So
That
why
ain't me.
keep? But Chief, he
Okay, all right,
didn't.
for
So
sure, for
why
sure.
keep
Then it ain't for you
like
then.
why? Okay, debate him on the molecule debate that I told Alana out your ass with.
On what molecule?
What
What
molecule?
molecule debate?
When you said mankind started from a molecule.
Oh, he don't know
What
that.
single cell organism?
He don't know that. He don't know
I'm
that.
not. What I mean, shit.
I
You don't know
mean,
that.
you
Simple.
might
I'm
as
That's
well
the
telling
come
end.
you.
back.
That's the end of that debate. It's stuff like that. It's like that's the end of it.
Hey, look
Unless you
though.
debated it just for
Hey,
fun to
look.
see who can pull out more
So
facts than
look
somebody
though.
else said. You
So
don't know
look
that.
though.
You just
This
got
what
here.
I'm saying though. You
You
don't know.
can't be.
You
You
don't know
can't be a
how
year over
you
50
don't.
years
So
old. You just
look
got
though.
here. You don't know that.
That's easy. You don't know how life started either. So what we
Simple. All
can
right. So
do is
then there's
bring
no
forth
debate.
our resources and references that can substantiate our
No,
claims. What's
no.
wrong with
I would
that?
have to agree with that.
What's
I
wrong
would
with
have to
that?
agree with that. I would have to agree with that. So let me tell you the difference. The difference is you made a statement about divine feminine. I refuted the statement itself, saying that it wouldn't be no evidence you
With
got to
weak
pull up from
logic, you
archaeology,
refuted with
geography,
weak
none of that.
logic, and you was doing a lot of filibustering. Weak logic, your pushback was weak. The logic of your pushback was very weak, very fragile, and you was filibustering, bro. And you think you won a debate?